Following two developing stories tonight. In Paris, the latest on the attacks there. Overnight, police action has left 2 people dead. And then closer to home in Wausau, where a traffic stop turned into a river rescue. We do begin tonight in Paris, where ABC's Marcy Gonzalez is joining us live. And Marcy, it was quite a scary scene there this morning, and there have been quite a few developments. What can you tell us right now? What is happening in Paris right now?
Yeah, this all started with a tip that the terror mastermind was still here in Paris, and it ended with that dramatic raid just a mile from where the attacks began. After the gunfire and explosions, an alarming discovery in this morning's raid in a Paris suburb. Prosecutors finding evidence of another terror plot in the works.
Everything leads us to believe that, considering their armament, the structured organization and the determination, they were ready to act.
Cell phone records and surveillance led them to this apartment building where they thought they'd find the mastermind of Friday's attacks, Abdelhamid Abaoud. Inside, an hour-long shootout, 5,000 rounds fired.
I heard gunfire. It went crazy. Gunshots, explosions, here, there, everywhere. It went on for ages. People were running everywhere.
8 people detained, prosecutors saying while Abaoud is not among them, they still haven't identified the bodies of 2 people killed in the raid, including a woman police say blew herself up with a suicide belt. Police also still searching for 2 of the killers who carried out the Paris massacre and trying to figure out who the terrorists texted just before the attacks. The chilling message found on a cell phone outside of this theater: "Here we go, we are starting." And several officers were injured in this morning's raid, which was one of more than 100 that took place overnight across France as the manhunt continues. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Paris.
Thank you for the update, Marcy. Now, the U.S. committed to accept 10,000 Syrian refugees this year, but after the attacks in Paris, Republicans are moving quickly to change that plan. The House is expected to vote tomorrow to halt the program, at least temporarily. Governors in more than half the country, including right here in Wisconsin, want to block refugees from entering. And the plight of Syrian refugees has been a hot political topic. In Manila today, President Barack Obama blasted the GOP for suggesting Syrian refugees coming into the U.S. pose a security threat, as a fired-up Ted Cruz was ready to take the gloves off.
First they were worried about the press being too tough on them during debates. Now they're worried about 3-year-old orphans. That doesn't sound very tough to me.
You want to insult me, you can do it overseas, you can do it in Turkey, you can do it in foreign countries. But I would encourage you, Mr. President, come back and insult me to my face.
Democratic presidential candidates Hillary Clinton and Martin O'Malley support bringing even more than 10,000 Syrian refugees to this country. Now to that developing story about an overnight river rescue right here in Wausau. Police records show that Amber Lewis was pulled from the Wisconsin River early this morning after a bizarre series of events. Investigators say that she was under the influence when she was pulled over. Newsline 9's Molly Kowick is live at the spot where it all happened. Molly.
Police and fire crews say that the suspect was pulled from the water right around 2:30 this morning. It all began when police officers spotted a wrong-way driver on South 3rd Avenue in Wausau. You can see it all happen on this squad dash cam video.
The vehicle didn't stop right away. There was a very short pursuit that followed.
Officers eventually pulled her over on the corner of South 1st and Stewart Avenue. Then police asked 24-year-old Amber Lewis to get out of her car. But instead of cooperating, Wausau officers say Lewis had a different idea.
The driver then runs toward the Wisconsin River
and was met with a chilling fate.
It appears to the officers as though she fell down the embankment and into the river. Officers are stuck at that point on what to do as the suspect is swimming in the river.
They knew they had to get her out of there.
An individual can't stay in water, the temperature of the Wisconsin River, for very long without suffering consequences.
That's when the Wausau Fire Department was called in to make the rescue.
One of our firefighters was tied off and was about waist deep in the water when he was able to grab her and pull her to shore.
But the ordeal wasn't over yet.
It was about a 30-40 foot embankment, so we had to secure her to a backboard and bring her up the embankment safely.
The woman was then taken to the hospital, where she was arrested for OWI. And the suspect is being held at the Marathon County Jail. She was already on probation at the time of her arrest. Live in Wausau, Molly Kowick, Newsline 9.
It's been a rainy, windy day. This was the scene in Wausau this afternoon when the wet weather really started to hit. But then, just a short time later, the sun returned. And of course, you know what that means. One of our viewers actually captured this amazing picture of a double rainbow. This is in Adams County near Friendship, and you can see one of the rainbows is really bold there. The other one to the right of that is coming up from behind the trees. Well, that's Mother Nature for you. She can paint all sorts of beautiful pictures.
Yeah, it was kind of an interesting day. It started off very warm. We were close to 60 degrees this morning.
You could really feel it. It did feel quite warm out there,
But
Tony.
now it's cooling off, and we're going to be back to winter-like levels by tomorrow.
Mother Nature, that's what she does.
Oh yeah, changing things up for sure. Let's go ahead and check out the view outside. Live view with downtown Wausau Skycam. Looking to the northeast, it looks dry at the very moment with pretty good visibility, although mostly cloudy. In Marshfield, you're seeing just mostly cloudy skies as well. Temperature has fallen down to the upper 40s. Look at that wind out of the south-southwest at 21 miles an hour. And that is one part of the forecast that will stick with us through tomorrow night, is that strong wind. We do have a swirl of rain showers returning to the area from the west. You can see they're covering about the western half of the state right now. So not quite done with the rain just yet. Around the area, a couple of spotty showers over in eastern Langlade County, up in Vilas County, maybe a few light ones out in Price, Taylor, Ashland, and Iron counties. A small shower developing in central Wood County and some more out in western Clark County. And they're all moving to the northeast. Temperatures mostly in the upper to mid 40s right now, and will gradually fall down tonight, getting pretty chilly overnight down to 30. Scattered rain showers could change to snow showers before morning, and there still could be some flurries in the air tomorrow morning, especially in the north half of the region. It's going to be a cold, blustery day tomorrow, so have the winter clothes handy. And we might even see some snow accumulation across portions of the state by Friday night. I'll explain that when I come back.
Okay, here it comes. Thank you very much, Tony. The terror group ISIS claims that a bomb in a soda can brought down the Russian jet over Egypt last month. The terror group posted a picture showing a soft drink can, a wire, and what appears to be a switch. It claims that the bomb caused the plane to crash after taking off from Egypt, killing all 224 people on board. Russian investigators say that the plane was downed by a bomb estimated to contain 2 pounds of explosive.